lights about to be turned on. They are now, and then racing will get underway, and it's a pretty even start between Stuart Place and James Hazelhurst. No rocket ship start like we saw yesterday from Stuart Place, but up the gears he's got the advantage, and he will take the lead as they go down towards Ritchie's. Hazelhurst slots in P2 for third position. Bateman and Deere are wheel to wheel. It's a similar situation going on behind between Martin Rogers and Finn Groom. They come out of Ritchie's with Place leading, but defended immediately from those behind. So is Chris Deere going to try and come around the outside of everyone? Hazelhurst there probably quite conscious not to go into the back of Place.
Yes, and of course the other thing with Stuart Place is he carrying 75 kilos of success ballast, which is why he didn't quite get that rocket start that we've seen from him this weekend. But he's 2 car lengths in front of James Hazelhurst and Finn Groom, trying to go around the outside of Chris Deere. Maybe Chris Deere does still have problems with that vehicle. That looked quite easy. Now as they're coming down to this corner, Chris Deere will have the inside line. He's just got to hold his nerve, but Finn will try his best to go around the outside, and he is still side by side with Chris Deere for that place. And looking further back, and we can see the other cars struggling there. We're concentrating on the front run with Finn Groom. Finn Groom and Chris Deere are still side by side. It's another left-hander. Chris Deere's got the inside line, but it looks like Finn is slightly getting the better of him. I think he may have the overlap and have gained the position. What a brave move. Now he's got the correct line for that corner. Fantastic, Josh.
He's gone right around the outside of Hamilton, and Deere is immediately into the clutches of Martin Rogers. So this is all going in one direction, heading into the championship battle. Chris Deere is falling out of any type of position he needs to be in, while Stuart Place is leading the way. So down the Bentley straight they go. Place, I think, is very conscious of what was happening behind. He defended into the hairpins, but now he's taking the racing lines. James Hazelhurst behind for third. Bateman is side by side with Finn Groom. He went round the outside of Chris Deere a few corners ago. Now he's going round the outside of Ben Bateman into Brundle. Then they turn right into Nelson, but he backed out of it. Ben Bateman, who I was told was taking lots of curb through that corner in the earlier race on 2 wheels pretty much on every lap.
That's an extremely tight corner that goes from that wide straight, extremely narrow. But, Jason Hazelhurst is trying to get the overlap on Stuart Place with Ben Bateman following right behind him as they come round Coram.
Both got him. Stuart Place.
Yes, both got him. Has Stuart got a problem? Maybe he's just concentrating on the championship, and as long as he sees that yellow car behind him, he will be comfortable.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, he basically has to finish, I think, within a few cars of Deere if Deere doesn't win it, which it doesn't look very likely that's going to happen at the moment. So we could have a new winner. Stuart Place is fighting back, so perhaps he's not just letting the other two get away. He's alongside Ben Bateman.
He went right round the outside of him, down the straight, and he's going to try and do the same to hold that. Has he got it? No, he didn't quite get it. He was trying to do the thing, but he got past Ben Bateman like he was going backwards. What a fantastic move. But Ben Bateman's still got the inside line. Is he going to get... No, he's settled up behind him. Maybe he's going to concentrate. James Hazelhurst is trying to defend from Stuart Place. Stuart Place has got in front. How on earth did he do that?
OK, he's not just waiting for the championship, is he? He wouldn't have gone round the outside there if he would. There were slippery surface flags out, Paul. I reckon that they look like there's a bit of fluid on the road. I thought I saw that on the first lap, so I wonder if something on the previous race has caused that. We await for the cars to appear at Palmer, and it is Stuart Place. Is he ahead? It's hard to tell with the sunlight on the cars. But yeah, it's Place ahead. It's 3 abreast behind. That's Finn Groom on the inside of Ben Bateman, who's on the inside of Hazelhurst, but Hazelhurst breaks later on the outside in the Peugeot.
And Finn Groom has got past Bateman. Oh, that was great. Our 3 youngest drivers in the championship, that battling for that second place. This could get really tense, and this is really annoying Chris Deere. He wants to get past them, but he's definitely in the stream of Ben Bateman as they go around the next left-hander. And James Hazelhurst went a little bit wide there. I thought Ben was going to get up the inside. Now we've got right-hander. Now this right-hander is quite important. This is the slowest part. Then you have to build up for the next right-hander, which you have to get absolutely spot on to get the legs down the straight, and Finn Groom is definitely getting away from the back markers there.
But Finn Groom got second, so he got past James Hazelhurst. Finn Groom has not finished higher than 5th before, so he's in a much higher position than he's ever been in the XR2. There he is, just ahead of Hazelhurst, and he's pulling clear now and going after Stuart Place. So that XR2 is going to be a lot lighter than the Peugeot, because I guess it's a lighter car anyway.
It's a lighter car anyway. We're at about 100, only about 100 kilos lighter, especially with that 75. A little bit of puff of smoke there from Hazelhurst's vehicle as he locked up under braking. But yes, Finn, what a remarkable drive from this young man. Now, Finn has got to get the Coram exactly spot on. They're going through the bomb hole now, but he's got to get that Coram just right, because he's going to need the legs against the ejection cars along the straight. There's Neil Dunman, who's involved in the incident. Let's hope he doesn't break his gear lever in this race.
He's made good progress on the back, though. He's up into the top 10 already. Here come the leaders, or leader now, Stuart Place. He's away from Finn Groom. Then Hazelhurst and Bateman behind.
Oh, I see Finn was really cautious there. He was very cautious with these two cars close behind him. So these are the three youngest drivers in our championship. What a fantastic display as they come across the start-finish line. Stuart Place there with a good lead over Finn Groom, James Hazelhurst, Ben Bateman, and Chris Deere is hanging on the back there, but he's desperate to get past these guys.
And there's a challenge, I think, from James Hazelhurst on Finn Groom, which I don't think has quite come off as they went into Richie's corner. No, Ben Bateman right there. They're as close as they can be, second, third and fourth. Yeah, the lap times are well off, so I wonder if the track's quite slippery with that fluid that was put down potentially in the previous race. So Stuart Place then with this 1.6 second lead with Finn Groom in second. Third is James Hazelhurst. Fourth is Ben Bateman. Fifth is Chris Deere. They're all battling. Then a small gap back to Martin Rogers, who's sixth. Darren Battingthwaite is seventh. Ahead of Neil Dudman, Titch Keltall. The top nine separated by less than 6
Stuart
seconds.
Place went well wide there coming out of that corner, but he seems to have got away with that.
So, yeah, I think it's slippery, isn't it, on the infield? I think there is a good amount of fluid on the road.
I see Finn having a quick flash of the lights there. I'm not quite sure that's going to put Stuart up, but James Hazelhurst and Ben Bateman still battling there with Chris Deere trying to go on the inside, but not paying off. This is very close between these, but what an impressive drive from Finn Groom. Like you say, he is the youngest driver out there, and he's showing that these old XR2s, of course, you know I'm rooting for the XR2s, now I drive one. It's great to see one competitive at this level.
Yeah, Finn's a bit younger than his car, isn't he? That he's driving. He's in second place. Hazelhurst there in third. Then Bateman. Then Deere, who's not really making the progress that he would hope for, like you were saying. Then Rogers. Darren Battingthwaite, who's been having a good weekend. He's there in seventh place.
That's a great finish. I mean, this is a local to him. He's done all his track days. He's got great local knowledge, and that's really paying off for him. It's great for the local man to be doing so well. He's having an excellent weekend compared to some of the bad luck he's had in the past. But looking at this battle, it's not really catching. I don't know, catching up under braking as it gone on the bridge. That little puff of smoke as he gets light on that corner, and as he comes round. But now it's still about a car length. They are starting to get tighter up now. Like I say, this corner's important. Finn's got to get away. He's not got the legs on the straight.
Ben Bateman put in plenty of pressure on James Hazelhurst then for that third position. So they turn their way into this long Coram curve. It's much longer than it used to be. About here is where then the cars used to go straight down towards the Russell chicane.
Oh, that's
now
right, yes.
They turn much tighter through Coram into the Murray's corner, which it's a new corner, but it's been there now for over a decade, but it still seems new to me. Here they come up across the line, and it's Stuart Place with this good lead.
Oh, good lead there. But now James Hazelhurst has got a cracking drag up there. Is he going to pop out? He's popping out to the outside of Finn Groom. Now, I don't think it's going to pay off because this XR2 will hold the line as he goes through. And Ben Bateman trying to get on the inside, but he can't quite get on the back of it. As they come round on this corner, they're getting ready to brake drastically for the hairpin. This is where the accident was in race one, under braking. And oh, look at this Ben Bateman. He's definitely hassling Finn Groom, but Finn Groom is having none of it.
Yeah, James Hazelhurst side by side with Finn Groom as they go through the hairpin, and is it Bateman that's got past both of them?
No, Bateman has got past James Hazelhurst, so Bateman's up into third. There's Stuart Place coming through. Now we've got a orange flag for number 92. Now I think that's Rick Groom, the other XR2 out there at the moment. There's obviously some sort of issue with that vehicle, but there we see that Ben Bateman has got behind Finn Groom, so we got these youngsters all together. Chris Deere trying to go up the inside, but that's not going to pay off because he's getting better. Jason Hazelhurst is getting a better exit on the corners. And we're looking down. Oh, look at this, trying to get on the inside of Ben Bateman. Is James, he's going to pay it. Oh, no, they're still side by side. Chris Deere is going to love this because if they trip over each other, it's going to be great. But now Chris Deere is trying to get behind Ben Bateman to try and get the inside line. He's got on the inside. Chris Deere has made up one place, but James Hazelhurst is not going to let him go with that. Look at this, they're side by side. Now James has got the inside line for this long corner for the cage up to the straight, and he's got away with it. Wow.
But all of that has allowed Finn Groom to get away. So
that's it. Look at the gap now because they were fighting so much. Finn's got away. He was going to be laughing, so he's just got to stay composed.
Yeah, first podium on the card for Finn Groom, while his dad Rick's been given that mechanical warning flag, so he'll have to come into the pits. Hazelhurst locks up every time here through the left-hander at Brundle. This is where, well, Ben Bateman's not taking much curb now. We're watching him through that part of the corner. Then you've got Deere, then you've got Rogers, Dudman, then you've got Battingthwaite and Keltall all involved in this battle for third position. Meanwhile, Stuart Place is a couple of seconds up the road. Deere had a little look to the inside. So Hazelhurst is back ahead of Deere, isn't he?
Yes, he's got it back ahead. Yeah, it's Chris Deere is not having a good weekend. This is not gone his way at all. Now, of course, like you say, we've got Finn Groom in second and Ben Bateman. Now, Ben Bateman, he's had 2/3 and he's itching to do one better. But he hasn't got much of an answer at the moment. But remember what happened earlier in the day where Ben Bateman caught up a 2-second advantage against him, and he might do it this time. But Finn Groom is definitely well focused as they go around the first corner.
Lap time's really slow in this race. Or 2:30 on that lap for James Hazelhurst, which is 5 seconds slower.
That's 5 or 6 seconds. Yeah, I think 1:24. I think with these tyres we are doing, that's substantially slower.
Stuart Place has done a 26. Finn Groom has been caught immediately by Ben Bateman, so that gap has come to nothing.
Yeah, it looks like up that long straight really hurts us, but that hurts the XR2s, and that gave Ben Bateman a chance to catch up as they come down. As we're looking at the front guys again, looking at Stuart Place, well in the lead. Finn Groom, Ben Bateman, James Hazelhurst, and Chris Deere. Chris Deere has not got an answer, but everything's going to be on these final second and third place. These youngsters are going to be fighting. Oh, I thought James Hazelhurst was going to go on the inside, but no, he cannot. Ben Bateman's got that well covered.
Yeah, that's right. Stuart Place is miles ahead now. He's leading. He led by 4 seconds at the start of the lap. I think it's more than that now.
Oh.
Hazelhurst is on the inside of Bateman again. We saw this on the previous lap. I think it was the other way around on the previous lap, wasn't it? And James Hazelhurst this time grabs third position away from Ben Bateman. But Bateman's still on the inside as they go into the right-hander at Oggies. And he will, well, they're still probably side by side, aren't they? I think Bateman has done it. He's ahead of Hazelhurst. Chris Deere's going to follow him through as they go into the right-hander at Williams. So Chris Deere's done this once already in this race, got past James Hazelhurst, but he's trying to do it again. Hazelhurst bounces out over the curbs, which has allowed Deere into fourth. So there's Finn Groom, he's got that gap again.
And Martin Rogers and Neil Dubman are on the case as well as they come down under the bridge. We got a nice little tussle there of 205s. What a fantastic show. Where did they come from? Because these cars were tussling, it slowed them all up into these clutches.
Yeah, so that's Martin Rogers couldn't quite make anything of that. I thought he had good straight line speed. So we've got second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh and eighth, all involved in this battle. Ninth as well, actually, with Richard Kelsall at the back. So yeah, Finn Groom in second's a little bit far ahead, and then from third through ninth, all involved. I wonder if Finn Groom's just being a bit cautious, because every time he pulls away, the others can catch. I think he's in a position he's not been in before, in that second place, and immediately Ben Bateman's able to catch. Now, are we going to get 6 or 7 laps here? Because there's only 2 minutes.
Oh, we got a spinner there. Graham Reese has had a bit of a spin there. I'm not quite sure what corner that is.
Has he lost a wheel? Because the car's at a very funny angle. I know it's a bit of a steep slope there on exit of the bomb hole, but I wonder if he has lost a wheel, perhaps. Anyway,
Yep.
The cars have gone through. Massive battle for second place, going up towards Ritchie's. Chris Deere and Ben Bateman trying to get the better of the second place man there, Finn Groom, who are 6 seconds behind the leader, Stuart Place now. But I don't think they were quite able to do it. They had the momentum on Groom, who I think he's driving very cautiously with this slippery circuit and looking for this first podium. So he's gone defensive now. And that's what's allowing so many cars to be involved in this battle.
Oh, it's very tense. It's going to be very difficult. Oh, no, he hasn't lost a wheel. Maybe those black wheels sort of made it look a bit strange there, but he's driving off into a safe area. But yes, these are going to be a long last couple of laps for Finn Groom. Having been in this position, it's so difficult. You are nervous. You're trying to do your own thing. And you've got to stay focused, Finn. Stay focused while the other two are battling away. Chris Deere, Hassan and James Hazelhurst. Maybe this will give Finn a break there. As it looks like the Ben Bateman was trying to go on the inside of Finn, but couldn't quite make that pay. But now Finn is going to be very pressured as he comes towards the end of the lap, where he's going to have to get that exit for that long Bentley straight right on. Oh, he's pulled away again. The XR2 is excellent on that middle section.
Yeah, but he's been slow at the end of the lap on previous laps, so we'll see if he can pick up the pace this time. His dad, Rick Groom's been in for his mechanical flag. That's been checked over. And with a minute on the clock, not sure whether we're going to get the flag this time or not. It's going to be pretty tight, so we'll see if the check flag goes out this time. But
I've just seen that James Hazelhurst has the fastest lap at this moment. His fastest lap is a bit off our normal pace at a 2:27.45. But
Place has done a 26, Paul, so Stuart Place is a bit quicker than that.
Oh, yes, he is, isn't he? I'm just seeing the fastest lap ball on there. Yeah, I think it's a bit behind there.
Yeah, I think ignore the fastest lap graphic on our screen for now, but
Oh, look at Ben. He's right over. This is fantastic show from these young lads. And Finn is doing excellent job. He's a very young man, but he's got some old head on those shoulders. He's really showing the pressure. I know that Ben can give a driver, and he's really showing it. But what worries me now as we come towards the end of the lap, whether he can do it on the straight.
Checkered flag is being prepared, so this may well be the final lap because the time is pretty much run out. So for Stuart Place, he comes out of the final corner. This will be win number 9 of the season, I think. Are they going to get another lap with, 10 seconds on the clock? They are going to get another lap.
Another lap. Oh, my goodness. Now,
for second place, Ben Bateman is under pressure. Or for third, Ben Bateman is under pressure from James Hazelhurst, but Chris Deere is slipstreaming him past. And that means they're going to catch up with Finn Groom by the time they get to Ritchie's. You've got about 6 cars all arriving at Ritchie's for the final time all together. Finn Groom on the inside. Ben Bateman's trying to go right round the outside, though, of Finn Groom. They are wheel to wheel. Chris Deere is behind. Finn Groom just about is able to hang on. Again, he goes defensive immediately, coming down towards the hairpin. And then we'll have to wait to see how they all come out.
What a fan. Any one of those 6 cars could finish the podium spots. It's getting very tense at the front, but Finn Groom showing excellent maturity there by laying off really under all this pressure. Ben Bateman, and then looking further back, we can see that these other cars are really tussling, but come on, Finn. Sorry, I'm rooting for the XR2. Sorry, man. But it's great to see that the 205 domination being split up here.
And a new name for the Classic Stock Catch podium list as well, which would always be good. But Ben Bateman drives up the inside. Couldn't quite get there, but I think they try to go either side of that fluid, what's on the road. So it's difficult to know which is the optimal line there. But it's not really affecting it. The lap times have gone back up. They're all in the 29s, this pack. And like Paul was saying, we're normally in the 25s, lower than that in these cars. So the track is 3 or 4 seconds slower than it should be. The gap is 7 seconds. From Stuart Place to this battle. So Stuart Place, he doesn't really know what's going on behind. He's not worried about that battle.
You were saying about the XR2 there. It's because of that middle section, its lightness. It has excellent exit of corners, excellent traction coming out of the corners, and it's where the straight's here. So we're looking at the end of the straight there, seeing Finn Groom, Ben Bateman, James Hazelhurst and Chris Deere all in a little line there, trying to get Ben Bateman trying to snick his nose out, but Finn has really done a fantastic job at what is a very difficult part of the circuit for the XR2 as they come round this left-hander. And is he going to get there? No, Ben Bateman and Finn. This could be Finn's day. He could be getting second. Excellent. He's got a little car length on Ben Bateman. Now, obviously, we're coming down to the final corner. That's where everything can go wrong for Finn. He's got to get that nice and composed. But as Stuart Place comes on to the start-finish straight for the last time, showing his complete dominance, winning 9 races out of the ones we've had so far. Here he comes, about 3 seconds, all looking at this battle as they come out. The Finn Groom's got an excellent exit, pulling out of that corner.
But Stuart Place crosses the line, takes a checkered flag and wins the Classic Stock Hatch Championship for 2023. For second place, Finn Groom is going to be a podium finisher for the first time in Classic Stock Hatch. Ben Bateman took third, and James Hazelhurst got past Chris Deere on the race to the line. So Hazelhurst fourth, fifth for Deere, sixth for Martin Rogers. Neil Dudman, Darren Bassingthwaite and Richard Kelsall completed that podium. Those 8 cars were separated by 3 seconds at the checkered flag.